Welcome back. So let's think about this concept of self-reflection a little bit more. I mentioned it briefly in the last video, and you may still be wondering, what exactly is self-reflection? Well, at Be More Me, we define self-reflection as any activity or process that helps us to understand ourselves better. Usually this requires some form of introspection, an inward looking at the thoughts, feelings, and emotions inside of us. Now, this can sound quite complex, but essentially it all boils down to one fundamental question: who am I? And if we know more about who we are, then we know more about what to do with our time. If this question, who am I, sounds like a terrifyingly big existential question to you, you would be absolutely right. It is a terrifyingly big existential question when we think about it deeply enough. And while we may never arrive at an answer to this type of question, much of the value comes in the asking, and this is where self-reflective practices come in. So tools like meditation, journaling, and goal setting are all fantastic examples of self-reflective practices. Whichever method you do go for, you will need to get quiet, calm, and curious. You will need to eliminate distractions, and it's also essential that you are completely and brutally honest with yourself. This can be one of the hardest parts of the process, but the more honest you are, the more clear your self-reflection is going to be. And don't worry if things don't seem to fall into place immediately either. These self-reflective practices are processes. They take time and they require consistent dedication, commitment, and practice. Initially, I would encourage you to experiment and try out a whole different range of self-reflective techniques until you find something that fits you well. Ultimately, the best method is going to be the one that you can consistently stick with over time. Now, returning to our homework from the previous video, you will have noticed that this is a self-reflective practice. We've already started working through some of these ideas. You've reflected on what you love to do. Now we're going to take that a little bit further and think about the specific and personal reasons why you love to do those particular activities. That's going to provide us with some information that we can start to apply to your education and career choices. I'll start with an example from my own life so you can get a sense of the type of thing that I'm looking for. So one of the activities that lights me up is playing golf. And that's not because I'm any good, but because golf fills me with an incredible satisfaction and I have an amazing sense of joy when I play golf. Here are three specific and personal reasons why I love to play golf. The first is that golf is a social sport and I love playing golf socially with friends. The second is that golf is a really difficult sport, but also immensely rewarding when things do go well. The third reason is that when I play golf, I get to be outside for several hours away from the hustle and bustle of the world. And now that I have my three reasons that are specific and personal to me, I can start to use that information when I'm planning my education and career choices. We'll look at how to do that in the next video, but for the time being, I just want you to focus on the underlying reasons why you love to do what you love to do. So as you work through your list of activities that light you up, I'd like you to write down a minimum of 3 reasons that are specific and personal as to why you love those particular activities. Once you've got all of that information together, bring that with you to the next video and we'll take these ideas a little bit further. Best of luck.